Many of the terms, comments, and stories you're about to hear may not be suitable for some. Listener discretion advised.
All right now, boys and girls, we want to introduce...
Please allow me to adjust my pants. Listen to me.
Run as fast as you can.
I'm gonna give you what you need. Get ready for Bam Radio. Let me do it one more time. It's Radio Bam, fucking idiot. What the hell am I talking about? It's Radio Bam.
And now, here's Bam.
Here's Bam.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. It's been a while. Strictly because, due to being in Australia with CKY and doing some Jackass 3D press, we're finally back in PA with some serious jet lag. I'm here with Lawrence of Westtown, the third Esquire, Red Glowhawk Jeff, and Carol of the Moxie. It's Coral! Shut up. And Chad I. Ginsburg of CKY. So, how was the Australia tour? Let me tell you that as soon as I fly into Auckland, New Zealand, first show, CKY, I'm sipping on a beer with the fans, taking some photos, whatnot. Wind up getting roofied at the show.
It was after the show. We had a dressing room full of randoms. It was before, like, our tour manager knew we didn't really want to hang out with the audience in the dressing room. And not only the audience, but the worst of the audience. Like, I didn't think New Zealand had terrible people. It seemed like everybody was really nice. But that night, they brought some of the worst fucking New Zealanders in there with some awful types of drugs, all types of... Well, they might have been good drugs if you knew you were taking them. The kind of drugs that when you don't know you're taking, you ain't having such a damn good time on. And
I have a new respect for girls who get roofied, and, like, dude, it's seriously so gnarly, like, because you're completely conscious. You just can't talk or move. Like, you can't move your arms or legs, and you can't say anything. You're just kind of just numb. Like, it sucked so bad. I just remember everybody being like, yo, you all right? You all right? You all right? And I couldn't say anything. So CKY puts me in their bus.
Well, it took a lot longer than that. We kicked everyone out of the dressing room. Everybody had to step over you, including the two bitches who stayed. After everyone left, the two bitches stayed trying to nurse you back to health, and they were just doing the most annoying shit to you and, like, staring in your face. If you fucking had any consciousness at that moment and looked up at the hideous beasts that were trying to wake you up, the ones that fucking drugged your ass, I mean, these are the people that we had to kick out, and then we sat there, took care of you. It was me, Darren, and Jess holding you up, bringing you back to life, and it took 4.5 fucking hours. I held your fucking hand for that long, dude. I ain't even gay.
Well, the worst part was, you figure I could sleep it off for the flight the next day? Nope. I was so goddamn exhausted and still wasn't out of my system that when I was in the Auckland airport, all I wanted to do was lay down, and I'd lay down in, like, random places like on the marble floor, you know. So this lady from Air New Zealand just kept tapping me like, excuse me, sir, you can't sleep there. And I'd be like, ugh. Then I'd get up and walk 20 feet over to a bench and I'd sleep there. She'd be like, excuse me, sir, you can't sleep there either. So then I'd get up, I'd go outside, I'd sleep on another bench, and then finally I'm like, listen, bitch, all I want to do is fucking sleep. That's all I want to do.
She said you said that because CKY got to the airport after you headed to the airport before us because you had an interview that day.
Yeah,
and you waked up and went with Kevin, your publicist, who was also on the tour. And you guys did start sipping on Bloody Marys as soon as you woke up at 7 a.m. after going to sleep at probably 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
So roofied and half drunk.
So then the police show up, and they told me that I was trespassing at the Auckland airport. I'm like, how am I trespassing when I have a plane ticket that says I'm going to Perth? How would I be trespassing? So they put me in the cop car and take me to the nearest hotel so I could sleep everything off. Then I have to switch my ticket.
That was nice.
Yeah, but the fucking lady, they were messing with me. They said, there's not a direct flight to Perth, but we could get you to Melbourne. So I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. A layover in Melbourne, no big deal.
Did you miss Perth?
No, I made it in the nick of time.
Oh.
But I get to Melbourne, and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have a connecting ticket. So I go to the counter. I'm like, where's our connecting flight? They're like, you don't have one. I'm like, I'm supposed to go to Perth. I switched my ticket and paid the money to go to switch the ticket to Perth. They're like, no, you just have a ticket to Melbourne. I'm like, why would I switch my ticket to Melbourne? I don't need to be in Melbourne. That's like me trying to get from Philadelphia to Los Angeles, and they go, oh, well, we'll get you to Chicago. I don't need to be in Chicago. Like, so I'm like, well, what do you want me to do now? Like, this is totally your fault.
You were doing this the next day after you recovered from the roofie?
Yeah. So then, finally, after an 8-hour layover in Melbourne, they fly me to Sydney. Then I have a 2-hour layover in Sydney. We fly right back past Melbourne to go to fucking Perth. Like, it was the biggest mission. I could have been in Mongolia by then.
Dude, the flight there, CKY played at Sonosphere with Iggy Pop and Motley Crue and Iron Maiden and fucking who am I forgetting? Like fucking everybody on a massive festival, like 100-something thousand Slayer, bunch of 100,000 something people. At 11:40 a.m. we played there, but we took a flight. Well, we played a show right before that in Leamington, right by London. But we took a flight from Philly to L.A. to London,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
From London to New Zealand.
That is ridiculous.
With a Hong Kong layover.
It was like 2.5. Oh, we were in Hong Kong. We had to stop there for 3-4 hours.
London to New Zealand is probably the farthest you could possibly fly on Earth.
I wanted to cry. I actually did.
I was watching the monitor on the screen on the back of the seat, and they show you what the plane's doing. And it was literally going around the globe in a circle.
Yeah.
When we got to the airport after your thing, we got there, we had no idea. We were like all ready to get on another fucking flight, like whatever, this sucks. And then they come up and they're like,
they programmed my name in saying that I could not fly that day. Like they put in Margera. So
you said you were on tour with CKY.
Me? I said that I was doing Jackass press.
Well, they knew about us coming.
They flagged us because of Jess's last name.
Jess checks in and they're like, "You're a Margera?" He's like, "Yeah." They're like, "Well, you're not allowed on the." He's like, "Why not? I'm totally fine."
The whole
They're
band,
like,
they had no intentions of letting us.
They're
on.
like, "Do you know Bam Margera?" He's like, "Yeah, he's my brother." They're like, he's not with us. He's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
You know, like he's doing Jackass press. We're on a CKY tour. So they were like not ready to let him on. So then you guys had to sit there, and they're all spying on him. They go, "If we see anybody with one drink in their hand at this airport, you're all out of here."
We had a 5-hour fucking layover at Auckland, which is not a fun airport. It's just, there's nothing in there. There's like a fucking cafe, a Burger King, and everything's like $30 for a fucking coffee or something. This shit was expensive.
Did you guys have a flight a day, basically?
We weren't allowed to drink.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So, did you just reserve sleep for the flight?
Pretty much.
Well, there's nothing to do on the flight other than hope to sleep, so we were exhausted enough from fucking partying really fucking hard.
What was the longest
sleep
amount of
anyway.
time without a flight?
A day.
I don't know.
Maybe
One day.
a day and a half.
Yeah, we'd have days off, and they'd be difficult to figure out what to do.
And it was, what, 2 weeks?
3.
3. But it was fucking great.
Oh, as a matter of
weeks.
fact, I bought a bunch of shit in New Zealand and Australia, and I couldn't fit any of it in my bag.
Nah.
Do you know whose bags they're in?
They're not in ours.
Are you sure?
Posit. Well, Darren might have stole that red jacket, because he was walking around in that duster.
Called a duster?
What's a duster?
Carl's the one who told me it was called a duster. Carl, what is
It's
it?
like Lorenzo Lamas from The Renegade.
Totally.
What is it?
Remember that old show?
It's a fucking.
Renegade?
It's a Columbine coat.
It's a trench coat.
A trench coat
It's like
mafia
a cotton
coat.
one.
It's
It's a cotton one, not like a...
He's walking around in that and
With
shorts.
shoulder flaps.
So from the back, he
Like-
looks like a flasher. And he's just walking around with, I don't know, man. He's hilarious, Darren. He really is.
That Darren.
That fucking Darren's hilarious. So many things happen this tour. So many places. In Australia, you have to fly to each place because each major city is so far from each other. So it was like 2-hour flights in between every city.
Well, Paramount kept getting me these like really nice suites and stuff, so we just invite like half the fans into my room and just wipe out the minibar.
and just destroyed the hotel, dude. Like that was another night.
Yeah, I had $500 worth of damages because Murray comes in, steps on a marble tile and breaks it, and then Darren gets mad at some girl and then punches a hole in the wall. And then I think I signed my name
But
on
he
the
said
wall.
you did it.
But I was like, what are these damages? Yeah, he says that I did it. I was like, no, you were arguing with some girl that totally pissed you off that you were probably ready to choke, and thank God you punched a hole in the wall because you took the anger out on the wall and not her. I'm like, but it was absolutely you. And he's telling Chad that it was me.
Positive of it.
Saying that like he that I was mad because Missy called, and I was talking to Missy here and there in Australia, but everything was nice. Like,
But there was such
we were
a
not
crazy
fighting at all.
The
Like,
party was ridiculous. There was 3 guys in wheelchairs who were wasted on Adderall and fucking booze.
Who's in a wheelchair?
Like,
Mark
imagine being on
Zupan.
fucking Adderall in a wheelchair.
Mark Zupan from Murderball. He made a cameo in Jackass 2.
Oh, okay.
All 3 of these guys could have totally whooped my ass.
They wanted to
Totally
fight
whooped my
me.
ass.
At one point, they got so fucking drunk. I didn't even. We were talking about how I don't drink vodka, and they were like, "Well, he drinks vodka. And when he drinks vodka, he gets angry." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, that's crazy. Yeah, I know people like that." Darren gets angry when he drinks vodka, and then the guy was like, "No, he's angry at you." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "No." And they fucking guy in a wheelchair wanted to fight me.
Yeah, well, did you ever see Murderball?
I'm sure they're crazy. They were
They
there
are.
doing rugby.
Yeah, that's what it is, kind of.
I don't know, man. He kept calling me Novak though, so maybe I'll just want to fight Novak next time.
Where is Novak?
Oh God! Speaking of him, you know what? I'm gonna get to that right after I play Turbo Negro. This is from Retox. This song is called "What Is Rock" on Radio Bam
Mohawk.
28 Faction.
Well, I'd
What
love
is
to play it.
Snowhawk?
What is your password,
Oh,
dog?
here.
You're gonna have to do that. We're playing it off Red Mohawk.
Red
Jeff.
Brohawk.
Red Snowhawk.
Glowhawk. You got it?
Red Blowjob Hawk.
BJ.
Got one of those this morning.
All right.
Brohawk can never change his name or
I'm
the
fucking stuck
color of
with
his
it.
hair.
It's been 6 goddamn years.
Wait a minute. It's a fucking iPhone, dude.
We'll make it
I
happen.
put it on airplane. No one's calling.
All right. Airplane.
Airplane.
Nobody does it. Not even on the fucking plane.
Well, yeah, but I don't want
Jez
to.
never even turns his iPod off. They're like, all right, now I have to shut down any iPods. Jez, like, he just keeps his headphones on until someone yells at him. And I watched him yell at him every fucking
time.
play. Every
Well,
play.
you can't hear him with headphones on. It's
No, he just
It's a good
doesn't
excuse.
give a shit. He doesn't care. Yeah, fuck it. All right, here we go. Turbo Negro. They broke up, didn't they? Bam, did they Turbo break
They
up?
did, but now Hank's in a band called the Germans, and I don't know if it's any good.
I thought Hank was the guy who didn't want to be in a band.
I don't know. Well, that I heard he's in a band called the Germans.
I
but
heard he was a Scientologist and didn't want to be in a band.
I really don't know.
That sucks because Turbo was one of the few bands I actually did fucking
Where are they
enjoy.
from?
Norway. We played with them and Chris Cornell once, and Chris Cornell was a total prick that day. All right, here we go. Turbo Negro, what is rock?
We're going hot right now. Stop.
Run for your life.
Look what we found in Don Vito's ass. This is Radio Bam, baby. Faction.
Turbo Negro. That was What Is Rock on Retox Radio Bam Series 28 Faction. I'm your recall from the Moxie.
Yellow.
Red Mohawk and CIG from CKY. And Louie from who was once from the Moxie.
Now in the hip hop group Bad Boy Nonchalant.
Bad Boy Nonchalant.
Yeah.
Louis,
Getting flamingos in our pocket every day, all
Yo,
day.
I need that flamingo by daybreak.
I don't understand. You're not in the Moxie anymore? Would you quit?
Yeah, moved on to bigger, better things.
Carl, you're in the Moxie still.
Yes, I am. Still.
Carl took a break from the Moxie to go on the CKY tour and
I took a
fill
break
in for Hannah.
No, I took a break from a shitty job, and I'm not
What's
the
the shitty
Moxie.
job, the Moxie?
No, my actual shitty job.
Which is
that?
what?
Don't you deliver mushrooms?
No, I used to do that. Now I just stare at apples all day to make sure they're not full.
Not like magic mushrooms, like real mushrooms from
Yeah.
Kennett Square.
real ones.
Just like portobellos or some shit.
Portobellos.
Portobellos. What are you gonna do? So you kick Louis out of the Moxie? Louis said he quit.
When you gonna announce on the MySpace page that I'm no longer in the band?
I guess after we go.
You guys
take
are
new
just
photos.
gonna avoid it like you did with the rest of the members.
They're gonna use your
Probably.
image.
Yeah, they're gonna use my image to.
All I care
Bring
about is
fans
Louis'
in.
image. That's all I care about.
Why did Louis get kicked out of the fucking Moxie?
Ask
dude?
I
fucking
didn't
Louis.
get kicked out of the
They're
Moxie.
fighting over pay.
No,
like,
you did get kicked out of the
I
fucking
did not
Moxie.
get kicked out of the
Bullshit.
Moxie.
I'll read you the text from Carl, who's sitting next to me, who's not admitting it. We kicked.
You're trying to.
We kicked Louie out of the Moxie.
That's the text.
That's what it says.
That's what I said.
That's not true, listeners.
I copied that from a text Ahmed sent me.
I want to know. Did
Who's
you
Ahmed,
quit the
black
Moxie?
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You forget
no,
who's in the band now?
Well, I don't think Louis was too
there was-
fond of his great big 5% that he was going to
Yeah.
get of money that isn't even getting made yet.
Yeah, it's money
Pretty
that's
So
much.
even if money was getting made, which it wasn't or isn't,
Why would you discuss percentages of shit you don't have?
That was
that's,
my
well,
point.
that's the whole argument.
Why would I waste time building up to 5%? Waste a couple
you work
years
your way
to get
up.
5% of.
Every bass player in
I
CKY
could
has
buy
gotten
it.
shit, dude.
I could buy a Civic.
You're a
when everyone
fucking
else is
bass
buying a
player, dude.
Lamborghini.
Honestly, just press the fucking strings down. There's 4 of them. It's like boom, 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 like whatever. I know what you were doing. You were just going boom, boom, boom,
Played an
whatever.
8-string.
You know what's so gay though? Moxie played at the Note, and Louis went to go see it, but
Jealous.
no. Who had to jump on bass? You could have easily just jumped
Ahmed.
up and played.
Yeah.
You could have.
I went to watch Kill Hannah.
But then he wouldn't have made. but then he wouldn't have made the $1.50.
Yeah.
Is the
Then you
band-
couldn't have bought any cheese. You could have bought some cheese fries, dude.
I could have bought
from the
some
Note.
Chinese sneakers. Yeah, cheese guys.
Oh, you could have got tater tots if you would have borrowed 50 extra cents from somebody.
That's true.
Do you miss being in the Moxie?
I wouldn't say I miss it right now.
Do you miss Louis? Carl, do you miss Louis being in the Moxie?
I totally miss Louis.
Just for his humor or
I
his
miss
bass
Carl.
playing?
Louis makes me fucking laugh, dude.
Okay, so his bass playing.
Carl's the only one I talk to about. Carl's the only one I talk to about the whole thing. No one else is willing to talk about it.
It's tough, dude.
You
It's
know?
like breaking up with a girlfriend.
Dude, it sucks ass. It was about money that doesn't exist, and that's what aggravates me. But it's what
That is fucking gay.
it's stupid, and I can only listen to it for so long before I just turn around and walk away.
I'm
from the whole
embarrassed.
situation.
Speaking of being aggravated, I never laughed so motherfucking hard ever watching Carl.
For whatever reason, this
Dude.
guy loves watching me struggle. He loves it,
All right,
and I don't get it.
picture. All right, Chad walks over to Matty J's side. Matty J walks over to Chad's side.
On stage.
Darren walks over, like, all these wires are slowly getting majorly tangled, and I could just see Carl over there because he's the only
Dude,
one who
it's-
can fix it. And
it's
he's
my
just like,
fault that it
he's
fucking
sitting there.
happened.
I could see his brain doing the math problem. Like, all right, when the song's over, I'm gonna grab Darren, wrap him around Chad once, and then wrap Matty J around Darren, and then maybe if I wrap Chad around the whole situation, it'll be like I could just see him like, oh fuck. You know,
All he's thinking about
30
is how
feet
bad
of
he's
black
gonna get
cable.
yelled at.
I'm just crying,
Afterwards.
just laughing and pointing at him.
Yeah.
It was seriously
Yeah, but
the
it's
best.
it's my fault because in the first fucking show I lost Chad's wireless.
The wireless is what saves that shit from happening. Darren has no idea where he's going or what's happening on the stage, but there's a place to navigate that you got to know where you're at because those stages sometimes are too small to fucking figure out. So the wireless really helps.
I
And
actually
Carl
helped
fucking
relieve
left
the
it.
tension.
And I lost it when Bam was passed out on roofies because I got pretty badly sidetracked after that happened.
Where is it?
Wait a minute. Didn't
Being
you say
sent
the
to my house.
promoter? Didn't you say the promoter was trying to give you roofies, Carl, to give to other girls, which you paid him for?
No,
But
I heard-
also,
I
heard
heard
there was
I
an
heard that
obstacle
somebody
course.
gave you roofies so you could take them on the flight to pass out.
That is true.
or
Why would you ever roofie yourself?
Dude, it was 4 a.m. Me and Murray were drunk as fuck, and I'm pretty sure you know Murray after 2 beers.
Not to
Everything's
mention,
a
who
good
the fuck
idea.
is walking around with roofies in the first
No, but-
place?
the
But
same
really,
guy that's
the-
promoting the fucking tour?
No, it was his crazy girlfriend.
you got
Crazy
roofied by
girlfriend.
fans, or was it the promoter?
No, it was from fans.
It
but
could have been from Carl.
but wait a
Is
minute.
roofies
Could have been
that
from
big
me.
in Australia?
Okay, first of all,
Apparently,
They're the same size.
They don't get they don't get anything that we get over here, so they have the
what
weirdest shit
is
over there.
roofies for, and why would anybody need it prescribed or whatever?
Somebody
It's
told
for-
me what it's for. It
It's
was-
for extreme insomnia, is what it's
Yeah.
made for, and then people just drug you with it. It's
Yeah,
a sleeping
yeah,
pill.
So
is what
you
it
are
is.
resting.
It
even though you're-
shuts your
very
muscles
well
down and
rested.
shit. Like shuts your muscles off or something.
It
Right?
shuts everything off. It's scary.
How's the pizza over there?
Awful.
I don't eat pizza.
But yes,
dude.
I got roofies to take on the plane, and Murray talked me out of it when
keep
he
them
was the
away
one that
from
when
me.
he was the one that talked me into it.
Why don't you tell the truth on the radio?
He didn't take the roofies. He washed his fucking pants.
Yeah, I washed my jeans with the roofies in my pocket, and
Oh, it's because
and they
his
fucking
girlfriend's here.
now my jeans are asleep.
She'd know if she was roofied.
She would totally welcome me to roofie her.
Oh, so after I almost get arrested at the Auckland airport, now we get to Sydney, and the van pulls up across the street from the hotel, which is basically like as wide as Broad Street. So
you hit the other van.
So now, and the van hits some random parked car.
We had the worst driver on the planet. It's too busy air drumming.
And I'm medium drunk
drive.
from the flight, so I'm walking across the street. This car is coming like a bat out of hell, dude. Like 90 miles per hour. And I'm like, what? So I just stand in the road. I'm like, is this guy really going to hit me? He comes to a screeching halt right to my kneecaps. And then I just stare at the driver for 5 seconds. And then he pulls 5 feet forward, so I tumble on the hood. Then 4 people get out, and they all show badges, and they say, we're undercover police. Get out your passport because you're getting arrested right now. And I'm like, how am I getting arrested? They're like, because you were standing in the middle of the street like an idiot. I'm like, you were driving 90 miles per hour without a siren on like an idiot. It's a 35-mile zone, and you're going 90 miles per hour without a siren. Whether you're police officers or not, you shouldn't be doing that. And then you move 5 feet forward. Thank God I honestly lost my passport. I didn't lose it, but it was in the van underneath the seat. So, I mean, I would have been arrested. They didn't know what to do.
It was too much trouble for them.
It was too much trouble for them, and then my publicist came up and lied. He whispered in my ear so they could hear it. They're like, dude, don't worry about it. They got it on film. Them moving 5 feet forward after they almost hit you, they're going down.
Yeah.
So, like, I look at the cop, and I'm like, look, we could make this an all-day ordeal, or you could just shake my hand.
I was there at the end. You said, let's agree to say fuck it, is what you told them.
Let's agree to say fuck it.
And he was like, all right. And it was scot-free. You just walked back into the venue.
Because he knew it would be so much easier like that. And if he wanted to cause a problem on me, now he thinks that there's footage of them pulling 5 feet forward of me tumbling on the hood. So now they're gonna be in big trouble.
Yep.
And I think that they knew, like, once 20 people came out, like, he's like, holy shit, this dude's traveling with like 20 people. Like, you know,
Lots of
all right, you know
witnesses.
what? Fuck all this shit. Let's just end it.
Yeah, you got away with fucking jumping on a undercover cop's hood.
But I did it on purpose. Like, I didn't tumble on it because he moved. I just did it because once he was moving forward, I decided to be an asshole.
Yeah. Undercover fuzz.
Any more songs?
I am going to play another song.
Undercover fuzz.
Undercover fuzz.
This one is going to be... God damn it with your passcode.
Good band
told
name.
you, but you forgot it.
Undercover
bad.
fuzz.
Louis is also in Undercover Fuzz.
That's my other group.
They play in Philadelphia.
The Agonists just played at the Key Club, and they all stayed in my room. It was pretty rad.
What?
Dude, because I'm serious. This band...
5 people?
Yeah, they honestly... They rock big time. They're one of my top favorite bands, and they literally sleep in their van at a Walmart parking lot every night.
They're from Montreal.
You mean they don't waste all their money on hotels and RVs like the Moxie does?
All your money, all your 5%. You're getting rooms cheap.
What do
You
I
shouldn't
care?
complain.
Yeah.
Those are cheap rooms for you.
Yeah.
Did you have to pay 5% of the room cost
Who knows?
at the Motel 6? What's that? Like $7? It's worth a night's stay, kid. The fuck?
All right, here we go. This is The Tempest. Let's check it out. This is The Agonist. Radio Bam Series 28. Faction.
Faction. Faction. Press play, dude.
I did, man.
That's rewind. Play.
Does it look like I give a fuck?
Holy Lord, I got a boner. Strap yourselves in and lace up those shoes because you're listening to Radio Bam. Turn it up. Faction.
Wow.
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 Man, that was neat.
That was The Agonist from Montreal. And, yeah, that song was called The Tempest. I'm here with Red Glowhawk, Carl from the Moxie, Lawrence of... Wait, what is it officially?
Lou, Bad Boy Nonchalant.
Oh, yeah. Now he's in Bad Boy Nonchalant. And Chad I. Ginsburg of CKY. Now, I just found out that no one could get a hold of Novak, and they were wondering where he was. And He wasn't picking up his phone because he was in jail again.
Dude, well, the last thing I heard, you called me Thursday night saying pick Novak up at Tekka at 7 o'clock. I'm coming in.
And
We're
he
going to New Hope.
sounded so wasted on the phone that I made him actually write it down and tape it to his pillow.
Dude, I talked to him at 6 o'clock yesterday.
So he'd see the note when he woke up.
He said, I'll meet you at 7:30 at Bam's house. Never heard from him again. I got one random pocket dial with all these different people talking, and then you just hear him laugh once in the background. It's the only way I knew he was even with his actual phone.
That was his last laugh because a fucking motherfucker went to jail.
And now he's supposed to go to jail for a real long time for forging a doctor's signature to get pills. And when he got caught with his buddy going to Baltimore, the guy got a speeding ticket, and then they found all these illegal pills on him.
What are illegal pills?
Xanax and shit.
Why is it illegal? He has a prescription.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he didn't on this one.
If you drive around with pills, you don't have to drive around with proof of prescription in America.
They have to be in a prescription bottle, I think.
Really? Why do they sell little pill cases at the CVS?
I don't know.
You know?
Good.
Well, maybe there's more to the story.
Must be, because you don't just get picked up for having prescription pills. I fucking have prescription pills sometimes and fucking go through the airport, no problem. Nobody gives a shit.
Well, as far as I know, it could be anything. Shit, he could have been caught with heroin. He just doesn't want to tell anybody.
It's got to be something
He's
else.
afraid to come back to Westchester. He thinks we're all mad at him.
He had to be caught with something else.
I'm not mad at him. I just think he's a fucking moron. If you're going to jail because you got caught forging a signature for pills, in order for him to forget about him getting ready to go to jail, he'll take more pills to forget about it, and then he gets caught with pills, so now he's going to get in more trouble. It's like, don't you realize that these fucking pills are the reason of all of this, you fucking dumbass? You know what I mean? He's such a moron, he doesn't get it. Stop taking pills, idiot.
Or just be a better criminal.
Or just stop taking pills.
Yeah, that's one way to do it, but it seems pretty hard. I mean, being a bad criminal is pretty easy for him.
In a weird way, it's probably for the best at this point.
If he goes to jail, yeah, I mean, you can supposedly get any drug in jail, but probably not as much as he can get in Baltimore, so that's a good thing.
Then I feel like he starts up these fake ass arguments with his girlfriend just so he can find a way to Baltimore to get more pills or whatever. Fuck, I need to get to Baltimore, and I know, you know what? I'm just gonna start an argument. Yo, Apple, what the fuck is this? Da, 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 da. Well, what's the problem? What's the problem? You know what the problem is. I'm out of here. I'm going to Baltimore. Well, wait, I really don't know what the problem is. What did I do? You know what you did. I'm out of here. I'm off to Baltimore. He just starts up a fake ass argument so he can get to Baltimore.
Well, is he in Baltimore jail? Where did he get arrested?
Yeah, Baltimore.
Well, he's out now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's going away for 9 months or more.
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to help him.
Oh,
Go
definitely
away for
not.
less than 9 months. That sucks, though. 9 months. When's he leaving for jail for good? For 9 months at least. When's that?
I think he said October or something.
Oof. I'd be skitzing out, dude. I don't want to go to fucking jail.
Well, he's kind of probably used to it.
9 months. What's the longest he spent in jail?
I think a year.
No shit.
Then he did 6 months in Colorado.
Fuck that.
Y'all want to single say fuck that.
You just
fuck that. Fuck that.
Fuck jail.
Novak in jail. Jesus. Look at those tattoos.
I wouldn't make it a fucking day.
You're surrounded by lonely dudes, and all you have tattooed on you are dudes fucking.
Hopefully they'll just laugh it off and he'll say that he's on Jackass and that's the reason of it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
You got some pretty nice artwork.
Yeah, right. What jails you got to go to? Chester County or something?
Delaware County.
That's the worst part. Dude, I can honestly, I can hit a golf ball from my house to the jail. So when he's outside having fucking recess, he's probably going to be able to hear me skating in the barn.
Is that the one where we played tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. I can hit a fucking golf ball to it.
That's it. Not only are you locked up, but all your best buds are right across the street having the fucking great time.
Yeah.
And you're stuck in jail with Bubba.
If he listen carefully, he could probably hear skate tricks from the barn.
If he hops the fence, they're gonna know where to look.
I know.
We're here for Novak again.
Damn, I just escaped. What the fuck are you doing here?
They know where to look.
I needed shoes.
Me and my buddy Bam walking down the street hand in hand until the bitter and oh me.
What the fuck is up with
and
Joe
my best
Frantz?
friend Bam. What do you mean?
At fucking $30 a fucking megabyte or some shit across in Australia, I was getting text after text from Joe Frantz.
Picture messages,
Picture
right?
messages.
Of cats?
No, I only got him in the mirror, like, looking buff, saying, fuck you guys, how's this for middle-aged? I'm buff. And then, like, another one, like, $3,000 for a fucking facelift was pretty cheap, but I'm looking good. And it's, like, just a picture of him posing with a shirt off.
He sent me one that said, yes, I'll admit, I am dumb. And then he goes, but I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to swallow your cumba. And he put CUMB.
How many cases of beer a day does Joe drink?
I don't know, but I think he's losing it.
Oh, man.
Read that one.
Yo, Louie, my stalker has resorted to stalking my friends on Facebook. Ha ha ha. She now says I snuck a camera into her house, made a porn of her, and sent it to all my friends. Like, who would want to see it? Ha ha ha. And her dad, has she hit you up about it? Question mark.
Do you know, Carl, do you know who this is?
I know. Well, I know what he's talking about, but I think maybe he's just hitting it and doesn't want to admit it.
Then he sent this LOL, and it's a
Ew.
what is that? I don't even know what it is.
It's a monkey.
Let's see, Luke.
He's going through a massive midlife crisis or something.
He must be.
Like,
Why doesn't he just hang out
Look at that
instead
one.
of sending everyone?
Why is he
messages?
sending you pictures of his body?
He wrote me a text that said, "Just had sex."
just had sex.
Like, you care. Why would you care?
High five.
Then a bunch of cats with Mel Gibson quotes on them. It's like a cute little kitten. And it says, "I'll put you in a fucking rose garden, you cunt."
You understand that? You can go through money like a fucking whore. These are all cute little kitties with quotes.
Baby kitten.
Go look after my child, you cunt whore. I hope she doesn't turn out like you.
Frantz, you gotta stop by. We gotta ask what's happening, dude.
Look, Michael Landon, the best hair ever.
Why would he? Dude, he's losing it.
Well, he owes me like $60 for this shit.
Well, Louie owes me Lady Hawk.
Oh,
Yeah, Louis.
Yeah.
Where's that song?
Let's do Lady Hawk.
This song really rocks my world.
Or no, you know what? Let's do Julian Casablancas.
Let's do it.
Do Lady Hawk.
Let's do both.
Alright.
They're both good, so why not?
Julian.
11th Dimension?
Yeah.
Plug it in.
That's a
Plug
good
it
one.
in.
Or Out of the Blue.
I don't know that one. Let's hear out.
Plug it in.
I
Plug
think
it in.
11th Dimension is a good one.
Louis, you want to DJ?
Alright.
Louis' fucking iPhone DJ.
Play it, butthole.
You ready?
Yep, ready.
Play
again.
it, butthole.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
I won't do that.
That was Lady Hawk. And before that was Julian Casablancas, 11th Dimension. Here with Louis from,
Formerly of the Mox.
formerly of the Moxie.
Bad Boy Nonchalant.
Bad Boy Nonchalant.
Dr. Kickass.
Red Glowhawk.
Flamingo in my
over here. Flamingo, Daybreak.
Dr. Kick-Ass in the pizza party.
Carl from the Moxie, a.k.a. Carol. Come on.
Come on, stop it.
The new Hannah.
The new Hannah played last night.
Did anybody call you Hannah?
Hannah fucking rock last night.
Nobody calls me Hannah.
That's funny.
Wait,
They
Hannah
probably
played
call me
the
worse
show?
names than that.
Yeah.
Where at?
The new Spence called Remedy.
Yeah, that was last night.
Yep. So now, what's the plan, man? What are you gonna do? Aren't you supposed to do a cover song, Chad?
A cover song of what? Easy Fucking Lover?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I like that song. Darren's dad's favorite song is that Easy Lover by Phil Collins and Philip Bailey. It's a good song. You want CKY to cover it, or you just want anyone to cover it?
No, well, I want that octave in there
Oh, okay.
and make it a little heavier, man.
Well, I know Darren wants to do it.
What are you laughing
I'll
at?
do it. I mean, why not?
man.
Come on, man.
Easy Lover. That one.
Does it have to be a CKY cover, or can I go up there and record it with him?
Just so long as it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be CKY. I just think that everybody should do it. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd even have Johnny from Kill Hannah play guitar.
I fucking
too.
love that song.
It'd be cool if everybody.
I think
did it.
Darren's in town. He was at some monster convention, and Felissa was doing a signing, and Steve ran into him, and he was just there, like holding the baby or something in his duster.
So why is he here?
He's here. I just told you because his wife's here doing some signings. I think.
Do the song.
Well, all right. I have to tell him. We should probably be doing CKY songs rather than covers of Easy Lover. But
Yeah, but that'll take a day, dude.
Yeah, if we can do it quick, sure.
In the desert.
Really?
Desert.
You don't have that, do you?
I have a little bit.
Do you have it? Do you have the desert?
It's a long version.
It doesn't matter. We're fucking saying goodbye anyway.
All right.
Time to say goodbye. This is the
Bad Boy
desert.
Nonchalant with the desert,
This is-
featuring no members of the Moxie.
This is Louis' desert song.
This is your solo project.
With
Lou?
help
to get one
recorded
final
from
one in
Chad
there.
Ginsburg.
Doing a
He's
solo
throwing the
track, stab the Moxie in the back.
He's
in
throwing the digs.
desert.
It's a live recording.
Way
we did.
before they kicked you out, you dissed them in the
Way
song.
before I
Does that have
quit.
anything to do with the reason they kicked you out?
It's possible.
Could be my good looks,
Yeah.
my charm.
That's why. Taylor was jealous. You ready?
I forget what it's under.
Under Louis solo project. Am I right? Carl, are you jealous that we're not playing a Moxie song and we're playing a Louis song?
No, I'd like to hear the Louis song.
Did you know Where the Fuck Santa 2 features Louis at the end now instead?
Good for him.
Yeah,
Since he wasn't in the first one.
blowing up.
Yeah, he was in the first one.
Was he? Yeah. Oh, he faked play the other guy's bass line in it. All right, Louis, rock and roll, Radio Bam. Damn, say goodbye.
Later.
That's Radio Bam for this week.
We're done.
Tune in next week for more.
You can leave now.
It's Radio Bam.
Radio Bam every Monday, 7 4 p.m.
Radio Bam every Monday, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Email me now at Radio Bam.
Why don't you take a picture of your sweet white ass and send it on over to Radio Bam at Sirius-Radio.com.
Call Radio Bam at 877 Porn Bag.
That's 877 Porn Bag.